Hi everybody, I'm Ann Quinn with Carnegie Public Library, and we are back with Chapter 4 of Tell Me Your Story. Our guest today is Aaron Teter, and I've known Aaron for a very long time because he started coming to Carnegie Public Library when his son Owen was about 6 months old, so close to 13 years.
Yeah.
And then when your daughter Annabelle, so he first was coming to the library a lot as a parent, and then job position opened up in 2014, and Aaron has been here ever since as a children's specialist. And I could just tell you all sorts of things about Aaron that I've learned over the years. I would describe him as truly a Renaissance man. He can do everything. He is my main go-to guy to help me through all my technology troubles, which happens maybe, Eric, 5 or 6 times a day?
It's a regular occurrence.
It's a regular occurrence, and he does it with patience, so I'm so lucky about that. He's been a beekeeper, a chicken farmer, a soccer coach. You are, what do you call that? You just did a show on that.
A kayak.
He kayaks. He can fix anything. He's is indispensable here in the children's department. And he runs a very successful show called, not a show, but a story time called Story Time with Aaron. And then he's going to be doing lots of other fun shows this summer with our virtual programming that we're going to be doing. So welcome, Mr. Aaron.
Thank you, Ann. It's so nice to be at the library, where I am regularly, but it's nice to be back at the library, and it's nice to be interviewed.
So tell me, Aaron, why are we wearing raccoon hats?
There is absolutely no reason why we're wearing raccoon hats, other than it's just a fun thing to do.
It's a fun thing to do, and also I am having a terrible hair day, so this is a great disguise. And you know what? We just like to have a lot of fun around here, don't we?
Yeah.
So why not? If you've got 2 raccoon hats, let's wear them. Okay, so I'd like to know, is there a particular book that really stands out in your mind or memory, a first book, that either your parents read to you or that you were able to read on your own?
No.
Well, there.
I do have tons of good childhood memories of reading and going to the library and picking up books and performing the summer reading program, but I don't know that there's a book in particular. When I was growing up, I don't know that we made reading a priority, like we didn't talk about reading, but I have tons of memories of we get the wagon, we pull the wagon down to Franklin Sylvester Library in Medina, Ohio, and fill it up with books, and visit with the librarians, the children's librarian, I don't know if I want to remember this, or if I do remember this. Her name was Mrs. Booker.
No.
But
no.
It might have been Bricker, but I want it to be Booker. So
sure, let's go with that. It's Mrs. Booker.
She was wonderful, and
yeah.
If she's still out and about, then good for her.
Yeah.
And we'd take the books home, and we would read like 100 books for the summer reading program.
Wow.
And I remember liking biographies of either presidents or athletes, and I'd read those in the backyard. And we'd read before bedtime, and my mom would read to us, or we'd read on our own. But I don't think there's one book that stood out.
Were you one of those kids that read at night when you were supposed to be asleep and you had the flashlight underneath the sheets and you were still reading so your parents didn't know? Did you do that? I was one of those kids.
I don't think I was that into it. It wasn't like a sacred thing, but it was just something we liked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, what about as a teenager? Were you a reader? Because a lot of times kids just sort of stop reading in the elementary years and they just get involved with their social life or whatever. And they stop reading for a few years unless it's a school assignment?
I think that happened to me. I read a lot of what I was assigned in school, or all of what I was assigned in school, and I was regular at reading what I was supposed to read. But I wasn't really a reader for fun. Or if I was, maybe it was a magazine, or but not a book.
Well, I'm impressed, Aaron, over the years, like, we'll pull a book off the shelf and you'll say to me, I read that as a kid. This was one of my favorite books, and so you do.
So there are memories there.
There are memories there. Yeah, I was trying to think of this one, Willoughby. Well, there's a Christmas.
Yeah,
story
the Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree is a fantastic book, and I wouldn't have even remembered it except we got the new version at the library, and it all came home.
Because now it's an antique.
Yes,
from when
it
you
is.
were reading it. Yeah. Okay. What about now? Tell me about your reading habits now. I know you read a lot because we talk books constantly.
You have to read a lot if you're going to hang out with Ann and talk books all day. I read a good variety, just depending what strikes my interest. And it starts with these books because I love to read the children's books to know what's appropriate to read in story time. And my kids are a little bit bigger than these, but I've read a lot of them to them. I try to pick up some J books from our collection once in a while, and there's some very good J books in there, but they're of course not adult books either.
So tell the audience, what's a J book?
A J book would be a chapter book for children. In our library, it would be maybe about first, second, third grade up to 12 years old.
Okay.
But a chapter book for children.
Well, one of the things I've been impressed with, Aaron, is that you read to your children. And it's sort of a ritual in your family. And although they're great readers or they can read on their own, I think they just like the family ritual that you've established of reading together as a family.
It is. Now that they're in double digits and Owen's a teenager now.
Not so much anymore.
I don't know that he likes the actual reading together, and he can read it. He's a self-doer, so he'd rather just read his own book anyway. But just that quieting down time in the evening and to spend time together, I think they still like that.
Do you make it a requirement in your family that you need to spend so much time to get, a day, particularly since we've been under quarantine? Have you said, like, okay, guys, you need to put in 30 minutes or an hour?
We wouldn't talk about that, but we I don't know that we follow through with that. My daughter's very self-motivated to read the books that she wants to read, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or Dork Diaries, and she reads those plenty. There's whatever our limit would be, she outreads the limit. Owen's more, like I said, if he has to read for school, he'll get it done for sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, he'd rather just be outside fishing.
I don't remember, Aaron, who was Annie, what famous author was Annie reading all of his books, and then she would write letters to him, and then he would write back?
She's Dan Gutman.
Oh, Dan Gutman,
okay. She read, he has 90-some My Weird School books, and she's probably read
all of them,
80 of them.
I think.
I mean,
yeah.
She's been through the collection of My Weird School, and it was wonderful for her in like a second or third grade reading level. And so then she emailed him through my email account and through his website twice, and he's responded both times, and she has some suggestions for titles for his books, and
yeah,
of course he was very generous, and he took him in stride, and he'll think about them.
Yeah. Well, Aaron and I have been trying to come up with an ambitious program for this summer. Summer reading is going to be a lot different.
Yeah.
We do hope, we're not 100% positive, but we do hope we open up the doors on June 3rd. And because of the new laws, we can't have programming like we normally do. Because we usually air, what do we throw out there? About 60, 70, 80 programs a summer.
And with between 5 and 75 kids packed in each one.
Right.
Which sounds wonderful any other year but this year.
This year. So we're concerned because we want to entertain and we want to reestablish our connections with all the kids. But we have come up, I think, with the second best.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that Aaron's really good at is anything to do with science. And I believe, was that science part of your major in school, or you taught science in school?
We spoke very nicely about all the hats that I've worn, and I maybe I'm a jack of all trades and master of none, but I have been a science teacher in my life.
And a math teacher.
And a math teacher.
Sure.
Yeah.
So whenever kids have a homework assignment and they go, hey, Miss Ann, I'm having trouble with my math, I say, go to Aaron. Go to Aaron. Go to Aaron. Because I'm not your person for math homework.
The language arts and the history, and
I can handle
very
that.
generously and very successfully.
But math, over to Aaron. So, can you tell us some of the programs that you're thinking of unrolling this summer, besides your fabulous story time? And this past week, he went kayaking in his garage, and if you didn't see it, you can get it. You can see it on YouTube. It's hilarious. So, what are some other things you're thinking of doing?
Well, when we had this wonderful summer program mapped out in February, and we were so excited to have all the kids here and it's going to be great. And so now we're revamping, and we'll try to do as many things as we still can, but through the camera and through the internet. So we'll have story time, of course, practically every day of the week. We're going to have some story time.
I think Monday through Saturday there'll be some kind of story time.
And then, so what else can we do? And so we've been brainstorming, and I think we're going to have some kitchen chemistry classes.
That'll be fun. Do
And
you know what
guys
you're
all
going
have
to do?
a kitchen at home, and I don't know, but maybe the parents just want to monitor the mess situation. We won't be dangerous or anything, but we'll have
Maybe
fun.
something with slime.
Yeah, there could be some slime.
Maybe a
there could
little
be-
bottle rocketry.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
But that could be some science that we can do as a group, but in our own kitchens. We talked about having a Lego challenge. It might not be a video, but maybe we'll have an assignment to build something, and you guys send us your pictures, and we'll make a collaboration or collection of the pictures of the Legos built around Fayette County, and we can post them together.
Well, Aaron, I challenge you to, okay, if you're going to challenge the kids, I challenge you, because he's also our Lego. He's been running all of our Lego programs since you started here in 2014. So, you know a lot about Lego, so I challenge you to build something fabulous.
We'll see.
Okay, because we've got a lot of Legos
We
out
do have a
there.
lot of Legos.
So let's see what you can come up with. We're going to put you in the contest too. Another fun program that I'm looking forward to is Where in the World is Aaron? If anybody remembers Where in the World is Matt Lauer, that's sort of like we're taking off. He's going to be traveling the world, maybe Fayette County, maybe just the state of Ohio.
Yes.
But you're going to be going to lots of different places this summer. So I think we'll get to learn a little bit about geography and places and have some fun trivia. And we're going to see where you pop up.
Yeah, well, I'll drop some clues, and I won't tell you where I am, but I'll drop some clues, and the internet of Fayette County can figure out where exactly I am.
Are you going to wear your raccoon hat?
If I am in the 1800s defending the Alamo, I will be wearing my raccoon hat, yes.
I'd love to see that. Okay, anything else that you're doing this summer? Well, we're also doing a couple of other cooking segments. That'll be fun. Cooking with Christy, and then we'll be doing cooking with one of our favorite patrons, Vicki Leisure. So we're doing some cooking programs. Miss Noel is going to do, I think, a couple of craft programs that you can watch. And we're still fine-tuning our summer, but what we know is that we're really excited about it. We can't wait to see all of you kids and the families come back into our library. Right, Aaron? We just can't wait to see them.
Oh, definitely. We've
We've
been
missed
waiting
you.
forever for summer to come.
Yeah.
Now that it's here, and yeah, you're still welcome to come here in small numbers and say hello and get some books and
definitely come and get some
Yeah.
books and say hello. And I don't know, Aaron, weren't we talking about maybe if it's just a few kids, like 2 or 3 with the family, we might play a game or two, like Minute to Win It, or something like that. So, and we'll have some things you can pick up and take home, some activity sheets. So we're going to do the very best that we can this summer.
That's right.
So again, thank you for watching. One of the great things about working in a library is having great co-workers like Aaron Teter. We love talking about books. There's not a day that goes by that we're not chit-chatting about something we've read in the newspaper or magazine or books we've read. And I think we inspire each other on our reading choices. So thank you for joining. Tell me your story. We'll see you next week. Thank you.